And obviously we know I've been caught more than one occasion with a shower cap on. When I say caught, asked for one. But imagine I maybe lived with someone and they walked in. What do you think they would think of me?
Legitimately, absolutely batshit crazy.
We are Hypotheticals. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Welcome to Hypotheticals.
Thanks. Having a good day?
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Having a good day. And, you know, I feel like we are the inventors of something. And you know what that is, Karen?
No, I don't know what that is, Kate. What would that be? Uncomfortable name calling?
Well, I do that a lot. I'm not the inventor of that. We're the inventor of a podcast that does hypothetical situations.
That is incredibly true. That is true.
We are inventors in our own weird ass way.
I like it. We should totally take it.
Clickbait for today.
Okay. From the New York Times, the headline, the brilliant inventor who made two of history's biggest mistakes.
Okay, so we're going to randomly name an inventor and then we're going to talk about their biggest mistake.
The brilliant inventor who made two of history's biggest mistakes.
Biggest. Well,
Yeah. Oh, she just bing, a little light bulb.
Okay, because I only know one inventor's name that I can remember of, and that's Thomas Edison. And I'm pretty sure he did something to do with electricity. So I was going to say, like, he electrocuted a whole neighborhood. That seemed a bit drastic.
It does.
But when I think of mistakes, and again, I was going to hypothesize, but I reckon I'm pretty spot on. Wasn't, oh my God, I need to get my words before I start speaking. When they made the drug.
Smallpox vaccination?
No, the other one that some people are allergic to, and it was a mistake in a little
Petri dish.
What one am I talking about?
I don't know, but I love that it's got musical. I do not know though.
Oh my gosh. People have wristbands and it says, do not give me this because I may die from this. But it's very rare and it was used in so many different things.
Nah, got no idea.
Okay, you go with your theory and I'll find out.
No,
the
but even
bloody
if it
name.
was, even if it was, right? So something was invented to do what? Help people?
No. So the plan was, but I think, again, don't quote me on this historic invention.
Nothing is ever quotable from the two of us.
But it was trying to create something, but instead created something else, which actually ended up saving a whole lot of lives.
Oh
my God, please tell me what it's called. Put me out of my misery.
Oh my God. Okay, well, let's just...
I haven't had it since I was a child.
Yes. I totally know the one you're talking about, and I cannot think of what that is. Okay, let's just...
So well.
Okay, well, let's just think of it like, regardless of who they were, because I'm not great with inventors and I know I should know more. If you were making a big, like the history's biggest mistake, your mind immediately goes to they've blown something up, they've killed a bunch of people, they've, electrocuted someone, they've drowned someone.
We're going to death and destruction again.
Well, it's biggest mistakes, but the mistake also implies it's not the
good.
Yeah.
Is it like a mistake? Is because you can have good mistakes.
Yeah, but I'm just making it sound because the next line, and I'm not reading any more of the article other than it says they were responsible for two phenomenally destructive inventions.
Oh, and destructive
and
means
phenomenally destructive
mass
inventions.
destruction.
So it must sort of mean some sort of mass destruction.
Maybe it's something to do with like a bomb, a nuclear bomb, and it accidentally was, or maybe it could even. Would you even say like space travel and stuff is an invention? Like you think about, you know, things that have been launched into space, which I feel like, do you think that's an invention? Like
it is an invention.
You've launched a rocket with maybe someone on it and it's just blown up. This is starting in a really morbid way.
It is a bit morbid. I'm liking to think that maybe he invented a nice little welcome nest for locusts, and and that he, like a little tiny little house that they all liked, and he shared that invention around the world, and then now the locust plagues are everywhere, all because he made a cute little locust house.
Okay, so he was trying to repopulate locusts, but in a managed way, and instead we now have plagues.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be possible. I was thinking maybe in the invention of psychedelic drugs, it could be like a cult situation where he was like, come on, let's do some recreational drugs and lick some frogs. And so a whole bunch of people licked
some
frogs and then all died. And it was like, and he's like, I promise this is not a cult. And it's like, well, you just killed a whole bunch of people by licking frogs. You know, that's maybe not what your plan was, but it certainly looks like it.
That's true. It could be something like that, potentially. She says very not believingly. I'm actually a little unsure about this one. It's got to be involving death and destruction. Do you want to just know?
Yes, I want to know about the cults. Yes, please.
Oh, you're thinking. So that's what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's
thinking
what I'm
cults?
going with.
All right. Let me see if I can read quickly. His two phenomenally destructive innovations, according to this, is that he created leaded gasoline and commercial chlorofluorocarbons. Well, that was very close to what we were thinking about. Okay, so it says Thomas Midgley Jr.
I was right with the first name at least.
He died in 1944. He was an American mechanical and chemical engineer. He played a major role in developing leaded gasoline, tetraethyl lead, and some of the...
Do you want to repeat that again?
No, tetra.
You had a lisp there for a good old second.
Tetraethyl lead. I feel like my mouth has got so much saliva in it. And some of the first chlorofluorocarbons.
Is that like
better
chloroform?
known by something called Freon. Basically, he invented two things, huge part in them, that were banned due to their harmful impact on the health and the environment. And apparently it says here that he has been described by a science writer as a one-man environmental disaster, and someone else says he has had more adverse impact on the atmosphere than any other single organism in Earth's history. Basically, he invented some, I don't know, gas, lead, petrol. Okay, let's segue off of him and you tell me about what your invention is, which you haven't told me about, so I am intrigued.
No. I feel invention's a loose term, especially after I'm feeling very uneducated after that little description of gas-leaded fuel or whatever it was. Anyway. So my invention. Now, as we know, I have curly hair. Not a fan of a shower cap.
And yet you continue to wear them.
When I have to, I will, Karen.
I haven't worn a shower cap in about 20 years.
Well.
Continue. Tell me of your thing. Maybe
be
you'll convert
prepared
me.
that I'm going to convert you
I'm
to.
all ears.
So I have to wear a shower cap, especially when I straighten my hair, all right? But I don't like them because... no matter how you wear a shower cap, water always finds its way in.
You're correct.
And even when water doesn't find its way in, moisture does. From the heat of the shower, it gets a little steamy up in there. And then any sign of moisture, my hair turns. So one day, I don't have a shower cap. I actually don't own a shower cap, much to probably your disbelief.
It is.
But I don't own one. But I was like, I do have a beanie though. And I was,
my gosh,
I was fed up of wearing towels around my head in the shower because that's just like, it's
Who's doing that? Are you serious?
Yep, I was wrapping even t-shirts around my head. Yeah.
I mean, you are a legitimate crazy person.
I know. So
Just keep your head out of the water.
Yeah, but
I know it still gets the droplets and stuff, but it's not too bad. All right, curly head. I don't have any idea. My apologies. So sorry, but I just want to continue to you saying that because you don't have a shower cap, which you could buy for like $1.
I realise that, but I'm not a fan of them either. So I'm kind of torn.
So you've gone with putting a towel over your head in the shower.
Yeah, for mass protection. Yes. So
I love it.
Was wearing a towel And then I opted for a T-shirt and I was like, okay. But then one day I was like, there's a beanie right there. Put the beanie on. It has been the best thing that has ever happened to me. And that's saying a lot. Maybe.
So sorry, I just need to picture this.
Yeah. You can, let's talk.
And how have you never told me this?
I told a lot of people. Even, I want to say, I have been discussing with a work colleague how we can, venture out and have a business. And I have pitched the beanie shower cap and she is on board.
Oh, no, I am. So sorry, can you finish your invention and then we can...
So essentially, I'm just creating, beanies.
Yeah, but is it made out of a shower cap material?
No, because this is where shower caps go wrong, right? So what happens with the beanie, which is what I find, which is why I'm actually all for them. One, they are quite firm and you can drop them underneath your ears. Shower caps, I've never had a shower cap that goes underneath my ears, right?
Uh-huh.
So it wraps and it kind of is quite firm.
How are you washing a huge chunk of your face?
Well, I can have it here,
okay.
but it's the ears that get me, right?
Yeah.
Well, so there is parts of my face that I'm not washing. I'm not there to worry about this little bit around my ear. I'll get that later with a cloth or what have you. If I even do that.
Let's be honest, you don't.
I don't do that. So it's quite firm. I think because it is a wool or cotton wool mixture, it absorbs the moisture. So rather the moisture hitting your hair, it's in the beanie. But the funny thing is the beanie doesn't come off damp or anything.
Yeah, because you're not putting the beanie under the water.
No,
you're still keeping
I'm
it out.
still keeping it out.
Yeah.
But I'm maybe not as conscious as I am wearing a shower cap because the likelihood of a drip coming in seems way more likely than when I'm wearing a beanie. And I just want to...
This is amazing to me.
So I was doing it for quite some time and then I thought, you know what? This is too good to be true. I'm going to start sharing it and start quality testing my product.
Yeah.
Which is not my product. It's just a beanie.
In the shower.
Kim has tried it.
Yeah.
Grace has tried it.
Yeah.
Grace said she'd never go back. She'll never go back to a shower cap. Also thinking of starting a business with another work colleague because we can see some serious money in this. And to be honest, so can I. I'm painting, copying, writing this right now because please don't steal my beanie shower cap idea.
I am absolutely going to try it. My current downside is that I have the little puffs on all my beanie, but I'm okay with that to try. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm going to try.
The only adaptation I'm thinking to this beanie would be the inside.
But the outside still water. Yes.
Water resistant.
Yes,
So
yes,
the
yes, yes.
inside
That's what I was gonna
is
say.
because obviously if you really do want to get under, I feel like you should have that option. But I think it needs the cotton woolen insert and then a water resistant
outside, like you would with your thingo jackets. Yes.
But I'm also thinking then maybe it could be like that microfiber material, when you clean your car. I hate the texture of that, which is I also had a head wrap that was that to dry my hair and I hated it.
But that would work very well
that would
for that.
very rather than it being waterproof, it could be microfiber. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Top and then cotton soft inside to.
I really like it actually, and I agree. That's why I don't even bother with a shower cap. What's the point? I feel like it gets way wetter.
So why do they? How
dumb is it? How hard is it to make a shower cap? Well, apparently you just need a beanie.
A beanie.
I'm on board because I refuse to wear a shower cap for that reason. It always feels like I get wetter than when I just wear nothing on my hair. So I am.
So why does everyone feel this way then? But no one's done anything about it.
Because I was going to say it's not a really big problem, but actually every woman, mostly you're not supposed to be washing our hair every day, right? So most of the time, even if you wash your hair every second day, you're still one of the days wanting to keep your hair dry, even without the straightening or the curling thing.
Yeah.
My hair is not an issue that way, but I still don't want to get it wet.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the backside. So really, it's a lot of people. This is true. But I do want some sort of protective outer, like either a microfiber or like your jackets, like your puffer jacket sort of thing.
Like a water resistant.
Some sort of thing over on the outside.
I agree. But the thing is with inventions, right? imagine someone, again, I am a single woman, but I've made up this invention, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, and obviously we know I've been caught more than one occasion with a shower cap on. When I say caught, asked for one. But imagine I maybe lived with someone and they walked in. What do you think they would think of me?
Legitimately, absolutely batshit crazy. I am going to go home and within the next week or so, I'm going to go home and I'm going to put on a beanie when I know that Craig is going to see me in the shower. Yes, of course, but with no context. Like I'm not talking to him about this.
No.
So I want him to come home, or I want to hear about him. I'm going to pop in the shower and then I'm going to have a call him out or whatever it is. Anyway,
Can you grab me
can you
some
grab
soap?
some? Yeah. And so I'm going to be wearing the beanie with no words and let's see what happens.
Okay, this is good. This is more product testing. So I've done the product testing with some people in terms of their hair and they're for it. But in terms of appearance is the next thing, because you still, like, again, talking on personal experiences, there's no way to look sexy with a shower cap on.
So not.
How can we sex up the beanie shower cap?
My problem with the problem with it is that I'm a big fan of beanies, but usually you have hair coming out of your beanies, right? The problem is all the hair is tucked in the beanie, and then often you look unwell because you're quite naked with the face and just the things.
But I want to find a way how we can sex it up a little.
You know what we could do? Add fake hair that comes out the bottom of the bottom of the beanie, but then you got fake hair all over you in the shower.
I don't know how I'd feel like that. Yeah.
I mean,
it is an option though.
I don't know how you. That's the problem. I think the beanie without the hair underneath it kind of just doesn't look sexy. I don't mean to offend anyone if that's what you're looking. I'm just saying I don't think that's the sexiest look.
But guys wear beanies and they don't have hair and they look quite like a guy in a beanie.
Me, I'm a big fan of a guy in a beanie.
Yeah.
Damn it, why is that?
Double standards, right?
Damn it, that is double standards. How we never thought about that before.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know what the answer is.
So I guess, well, we've kind of just had a general discussion about my beanie invention. But have you had any recent inventions that you think would be useful?
No. I'm not very
even
smart.
Like food inventions or combinations, like you could even go like that kind of way.
Nah, but I'm pretty lame because actually I was just thinking before, like, I'm a big fan of that pen. The old school pen. They make fun of all the reels on social medias about the 4-coloured pen.
They were so much fun.
Loved them. I still use a 4-colour pen constantly because as a teacher it's real easy for me to flip between I mark in green, not red, it's very aggressive to mark in red, but I like to write my comments in blue. Yeah. Very big fan. You know what else it probably is already invented? A highlighter where I could do the same thing. Flick different colour highlighters. Because I remember when I was studying.
Oh, that would be handy.
Yeah. So you just can flick and then you can do your different lines. It might already be a thing, but that would be real useful.
That would be.
Yeah. Ooh, what about like a 4-in-1 different lip balm option? Similar to my pen, but you've got different lip balm feelings.
I feel like we're slowly working on to our next topic.
It up.
So I've patented and copyrighted the shower beanie.
I'm so excited to try it. I also cannot believe I did not know this.
I can't believe I've told so many people.
Well, maybe you should think about that.
I'm actually so surprised that I haven't. Maybe you just weren't listening to me. Like, here's Kate going on another rant about a shower cap.
That's the thing I probably would have listened to. All the stuff you've talked about, that is actually one of the things I would have paid attention to.
Okay, so talking about inventions, now we're going to put our creative cap on, take off the beanie, take off the shower beanie. Now, if you were a mad scientist with a quirky sense of humour, which I feel like is a given if you're a mad scientist,
of course,
what comically absurd invention would you create and how would you make everyone's everyday life a little more amusing?
Okay. So didn't you have a list of some of the other sort of random inventions and stuff that were floating around in the world before, like some examples to give us some inspo?
Okay, here is some inspo for you. So there is the solar panelled bikinis. I feel like they just generate heat off of the sun and maybe like power something.
How do you collect it? Like, how do you collect the power?
Like the plates are on your...
No, I understand
boots.
where they are, but where does that
I think it looks like it connects into a phone. So maybe it charges your phone from the sun.
I really feel very nervous about the nipple situation in that. I don't really want my
Well,
nipples.
it's also your panties.
Oof.
Oh, why am I saying panties?
Why are you saying panties? Very uncomfortable. Okay, I don't feel good about that.
Sorry. I will never say panties again.
Okay, all right, what do we got?
So also, I was a bit of a fan of this, and I don't know why, but I think I was thinking of the concept of it. Bacon balm.
Yeah, see, they have got bacon soap, bacon body wash, like bacon lip balm. I like bacon, but yeah.
I like a flavoured lip balm. Again, obviously, maybe not meat related.
No.
But I could be a bit of a fan of it. Like, you know, when you try not to eat and you're just like, even the smell of something, you kind of get some of that satisfaction from smelling the goodness. It could also make you way more hungrier. But
I mean, you know the Willy Wonka invention of that piece of gum where it's a 3-course meal?
Oh, yeah.
I would love that.
I would love that for the conversance,
Oh
to
my
be honest.
gosh.
You know how much I'm just not a fan of any food prep.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. All right, what else we got?
So this one I quite like. It's called the nose stylist. So essentially, the guy puts on a long nose, like attaches it behind his ears, puts on the long nose. But what the nose stylist does is operate his phone. So,
Okay.
so he pecks, essentially pecks, but with this fake nose. Well, from this image, that's what I'm getting.
That's amazing and stupid, but amazing.
I know, but imagine walking around with this big, like, long nose, and then
imagine having to sell that to people. Like, imagine that's like you've got to go to all the like the conferences and things and try all these things. Be like, look what I've invented.
I know.
Interesting. Okay.
You want some more?
I just want a couple more, please.
Metal detector sandals. So, like, you just shuffle in the sand as opposed to having one of those
Oh my
normal
goodness,
metal.
That's amazing.
I thought that was pretty good. I'm a huge fan of this one.
a huge fan.
Ice cream cone rotator. So you know when you lick around,
Yeah.
it just rotates for you, and you got this tongue out. You could do it with lollipops. You could do it with so much. I think there was one for lollipops.
There
for a
was
while.
one at one stage. That's good.
But for ice cream,
Big fan.
the only thing is in this invention, which I think it's a bit of a downfall of it, it doesn't look like you can insert a cone into the mechanics of it.
Which means you'd miss a bit of ice cream that goes into the cone.
Yeah, well, but you also miss the cone, and I love ice cream in with the cone.
Waffle cone. So.
Yeah. So really, again, if I was an inventor and wanted to make some adaptations to this, what I would do is it would just click onto the end of a cone and it would just rotate it from the bottom, so you still get to enjoy most of the cone, and then the last bit you just pick out.
100%.
Done.
It's like with the cornettos with the chocolate bit at the bottom of the cone. Oh, gosh.
Oh my god.
So good.
One
more.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna
And
have
then
to
what?
pick.
We're supposed to come up with our own inventions.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
This is
I'm not very smart.
so the last one. And again, I feel like, well, it obviously is a thing, but it's like a finger fork. So what you do is you place like it's got like a fork, but it's got a hole in the end, and you just put your finger in so you can just go, like it's like a toothpick essentially, but it's your fingers acting as the toothpick.
I don't hate that.
I love that, to be honest. Who wants to scoop when you can just
I don't
stab
mind
and
it.
eat?
That's pretty good.
Imagine that on a cheese platter. Put on your finger forks.
Yeah, actually, that's quite good.
I really want a finger fork.
Yeah, that sounds kind of fun. And especially if you're busy doing something, you can just
Yeah. And say finger fork like a number of times. And
finger fork, finger fork, finger fork, finger fork.
But
finger
you
fork,
know what
finger
it
fork,
sounds
finger
like.
fork. Yeah, it does.
Okay. So now we need to think of some of our own inventions to make everyday life just a little bit more amusing. So obviously, I feel like the beanie shower cap falls into that category, because imagine walking into that.
It
That'd
is
be a
amusing,
bit of
but
fun.
also it's like super practical.
The other thing I just would like to I'm thinking of gag things as well. So the other thing I was thinking of was like gravity underpants, underpants that can never go up, or they go up but they fall straight down, and you're just like forever like, what the fuck fuck is wrong with these underwear? Like, why won't they stay up? I would love to mess with someone like that.
That would be really quite a good fun present. It's like those exploding golf balls back in the day.
Oh.
Did you not know them?
No.
Yes, they look like normal golf balls. When you hit them, they explode.
Oh, that would be fun.
That is kind of
That
fun
would be
too.
fun. So I was just thinking, yeah, like gravity defying. Well, they're not really gravity defying, really, but just underwear that won't stay up would be fun. Do you want me to give you another one?
Yeah.
What do you think? So also I was thinking of, when your parents like nag you or they're getting angry at you, if you could have like a voice translator that when they are angry, it just turns into gibberish or it turns into, like you said before, like a really high pitched helium balloon.
Helium voice.
So they're angry, but their voice is just not screaming angry at you and you're just laughing.
That would be awesome.
It could be with anyone that's angry or you're like, oh shit, this person's going to crack the shits. Put the voice translator on and then it goes really high pitch and then you're just sitting there laughing at them.
That would be pretty awesome, actually.
I would really enjoy that.
I would
Not
really
that
like that.
many people yell at me, but
But if they did, even if
Yeah.
they were just raising their voice, that would be quite good.
or even like changing, you have the ability in this voice translator to change whenever they say a certain word into something really dirty and inappropriate.
That would be
So they're
good.
sitting there and go, oh yeah, like somebody that talks about their cat a lot. And I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't personally directing that at you. Somebody that talks about their dog a lot, like me.
Is there something that we need to talk about off air? Because
No, I'm
we
sorry.
can.
So we use the dog because I know I talk about Lottie, but say I was like saying Lottie a lot or something, and then it's just like you could just have
Or like a
fun with
squawk,
it.
like,
or
yeah, or like a
or a noise,
bleep,
or yeah, that would be fun.
That would be quite fun. I keep thinking of things that I'm doing every day that would just I'm getting lost on the amusing thing. I keep wanting something that would be practical but making it more easy.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is I'm not smart enough for that. Like, I can't get past the finger fork. Like, to be honest, since you've mentioned that, I've just sat here with my face dumb listening to you because I can't. That genuinely sounds really good to me, and I cannot get past that.
What about?
See, I've got nothing. This is all you.
I'm gonna go through my day to day, right? So brushing your teeth, it's hard to keep your mouth open.
So you want like a mouth? Oh, but have
know,
you? Oh,
That game, that game.
oh,
where
but
they-
it's so painful. And with
Is
the
it?
dentist, have you you never get braces?
No.
Okay, so if you had braces, they gave you that, and it really hurts.
Well,
around
maybe
one
a more
time.
comfortable version, just to keep your mouth open while you brush your teeth. It's so much work.
It is very. I mean, for a person who's just brushed their teeth 4 times today at school as part of a lesson,
See?
I'm very aware of
See?
that.
So I think that would be handy. Also what's really, I have an electric toothbrush. It's very annoying because it's just easy enough to clean.
Why can't you clean it?
Well, I can, but it always drips.
You know what you could have for electric toothbrushes, even other toothbrushes? Like, you know how with the baby bottles, they have that little steamer? So they have you've seen them, like they've basically got like a tray, right? And you put them in there and it steams.
Oh,
them.
yeah,
You should
yeah,
always
yeah.
have little steamers for your
That would be
toothbrushes.
good because I
Real
actually
hygienic.
I don't think my electric toothbrush is as hygienic as it could be because of the drippage. And it's the drippage in, and I take it out and I bang it to clean
Yeah.
it, and it's still every time I come back.
I'd quite
and
like
it's-
that, a little steaming tube that would keep them quite clean. That would actually be pretty good.
That would be very hygienic for.
It would be really hygienic.
Yeah.
It's not amusing though.
No, but it would be amusing if you had the mouth thing and looking in. Somebody,
Between you and your beanie,
I'm going to be
beanie shower
so
cap.
hot in this shower. Like, you think of hot, steamy shower season and you walk into me with a beanie, my mouth thing open.
I was thinking of one, but you would hate it. And the reason I was thinking of it, last night I was really cold. I call it internally chilled. I think you call it the same. And I was in my entire outfit, just my entire outfit to bed.
Oh, yeah,
my gym
cold to your
pants.
core.
Yeah. And I eventually, as the night went off, I was getting hotter and I was removing clothes as I went. And I know you're going to hate this one. But what about if there were socks that when your feet reached a temperature that was too far above what you wanted, they poofed themselves off? Now, I know you really enjoy the feeling of sliding your feet off.
Can they,
the bed?
maybe that's the motion that they have rather than poofing off.
Then they could slide
off.
down. Yeah, imagine that. Because in the middle of the night, I wouldn't wake up. Then my body would be sort of an okay sort of temperature.
I would be okay if they had the slide motion.
Yeah, the poof is quite, it might actually also wake you up a little bit too.
Yeah. And again, I take my socks off when I'm fully awake because I need to feel the feeling.
That's true.
So also, I'm going to daily things that I do.
Yeah.
Toilet. Again, sorry. I'm not going to go to a really disgusting place. But imagine a toilet roll holder or dispenser that folds it up for you as it delivers out.
That would be good.
It wouldn't be good for scrunches, but maybe you could pick scrunch or fold, and then it would scrunch it up in your hand or it would fold it up in your hand. Because I think about how much time I take to fold that up.
Ages.
It's like I'm losing some good quality years.
I know, right? If you added it all up, it absolutely would be some time.
That would be fun. So it just delivers it all folded up, which I also like to. I've created a word, invention, felled.
Ooh.
Because why? We hold stuff and we held stuff. Why don't we felled?
I like it. I mean,
sorry. Now I'm making up words.
What about if when you get into the shower, like, you know, the good thing about a bath is that you've got the water all over you and it's quite nice and submerged.
Yeah.
What about if there was like a shower, like
a stand up?
Yeah, but you're constantly in the water.
Like a pool.
Yeah, but like a cube. So it's like warm water and stuff. And so like...
You'd have to have quite deep houses, wouldn't you?
No, like there's normal height of a shower. So think of...
But how are you getting in that? You're not entering...
Oh, yeah, because all the water would come out.
That's why I said it's like a pool. It has to be...
Yeah, you're right, because you need to
climb
climb
into it.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Your levels... But no, it's doable. Like if it was built... It was on ground level and it's built into the ground, it would be like a small in-ground built pool, or you'd have to have stairs up to go into it.
It's getting complicated.
It's like an ice bath, but hot.
Yeah. I just think that would be really nice. I mean, I guess you could have a bath, but a bath.
Oh, nah.
And I don't.
And again, baths.
Sweaty and hot and it's too. And you're sitting in a weird spot.
I just don't know how I'd feel about the submerged thing because I'm not a real big fan of spas, really.
Spas used to be sexy and now I feel they're not anymore.
I just am a bit funny. I'm a bit funny with baths because it's just like soaking in your own filth.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably the same thing with shower. Okay,
But you don't soak in it. You
No,
know?
that's
like
true.
It washes off.
All right, I'm not sure, to be honest, what I'm coming up with. Do we have a verdict to lock in with our invention?
Well, you know what? I'm just going to the shower beanie because I really want it. And I know that was in my personal story, but it's my life. I
think I want your shower beanie too.
Okay, so I need to get someone on board to make this thing.
If you know how to make a shower beanie, hit us up.
Yeah, but like talk to me first because I have some really detailed requirements in terms of that. So let us know how you feel about the shower beanie, and please try a beanie in the shower. I think it will change your life, especially for those curly haired people out there, or waves or whatever. Just anyone, to be honest, doesn't want to wet your hair. And you can do that by contacting us at Hypotheticals or the Hypotheticals, depending on what channel. And we will be back again next week. And tune into our old episodes. There's like 30 odd of them.
Woohoo!